what's the name of your podcast?
I know, when he intros it, you'll know.
Oh, well, you guys didn't tell me we should start or not.
We're rolling now.
Oh,
rolling?
all right.
Okay.
Is that my camera?
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, just had to make sure.
Hey.
Welcome
To the Baubak podcast.
with your main host, Kyle Scanlon, your co-host, Baubak Bader,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a very special guest today.
A very special. I'm excited. This is
I'm
gonna be
very
fun as hell.
excited. Nicole is here. Nicole, how do we say your last name the correct way?
So my last name is Enayati. So Nicole Enayati.
Nicole Enayati.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I looked at your Instagram yesterday and I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm not even gonna take a look. I'm not even gonna take a stab at this.
My maiden last name is Hendizadeh, which is a lot more difficult.
Hendizadeh.
Hendizadeh. And
Not
then-
Hendizadeh.
No, it is
Hendi?
Hendizadeh.
Oh, wow.
Hendizadeh, but now I'm in Enayati, which
Yeah.
is also quite difficult for a lot of white people to say. But
Yeah, I'd be
they
like,
do
what's
their
up,
best.
Nicole H?
Yeah, I got a lot. I was always Nicole H growing up.
Dude,
Or-
why do you think I changed my name? I was Baubak Bad, and everyone's like, what?
Dude, I
And
love the name Baubak. I
do?
love the name Baubak. I like strong Persian names like Baubak and Jamshid.
See?
Bring back the Jamshid.
I'm changing your name to Jamshid.
Yeah,
I should be Jamshid.
you do look like a Jamshid to me.
You look very Iranian.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
really do.
A lot of people have said that to me over the years. I think it's the red hair.
I think
My
you
mom
should be
said,
holding.
she's like, who's the other Persian guy on the pod?
Does your mom watch your pod?
um,
That's sweet.
well, my mom, you know Persian mothers. My
I do.
mom, Mariam, watches the pod, and she talked to me about it 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
She said, she's like, because she calls me Baubak, but she says, Bubby. She's like, Bubby, John, I want to talk to you. And I said, what's going on? She's like, I go swimming with my friends, and I show your YouTube. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. She's like, it's disgusting. She's like, can't you? It's so nice, your face. You're so handsome, and your friend is smiling. She's like, and it's just F. So
My
she
mom
wants
doesn't
me to do
even
a
know.
clean version.
My mom doesn't even know how to find my podcast.
Really?
So. No, she can't. She can't.
in Mythical 40 and Mythical Kitchen, and she doesn't. Your mom doesn't know how to find like one of the biggest.
No.
We could literally just go to the internet. It
Like
would be so
whenever
easy.
people
It's
say,
so huge.
whenever people ask my mom, like, "Oh, what does your daughter do?" She goes, "She cooks on the internet," and that's pretty much all she does. And then she goes, she cooks, and then it's like, but it's so much more in depth. But it's just difficult for her to explain what I do professionally because it's a difficult job
Yeah.
to explain to people.
Yeah.
But she does her best. She's sweet. She's very supportive. It took her a while to be supportive of
Yeah.
what I do, but when she was like, she got it.
So I'm telling you, it's a tough culture.
Yes.
Very
It is.
judgy.
How do you guys know each other?
Well, and I think Nicole's got a great story for how we met. We met 4 years ago. It was
Okay.
my 26th birthday.
Yeah, 20. Well, is that right? Yeah. 25th birthday?
What you're waving at
Yes,
us?
let's do this first.
Okay.
Oh.
This is going to take 20 minutes for the burgers to get here. So
Okay.
so can you introduce this segment?
Okay.
We've been
You're such a good producer.
We've been interrupted.
You were waving like this, like, hey.
Did you already order?
I
Did
do
you
that all
already
the time.
order?
No, I haven't. We're all going to hit order at the same time. Kyle,
Okay.
can you pull up your phone and go to McDonald's and get a quarter pound of cheese?
So what are we doing right now?
Our producers found an LA Times article.
Okay, cool.
That rated the top 25 fast food burgers in Los Angeles, like of all time. And
Nice.
I was appalled by the list. Like McDonald's was on there. Like McDonald's fast food is not the best burger.
It's not a good burger.
So so we decided that we're all gonna order on a different food app, 5 different food apps, and we're gonna have them race and see who gets
Cool.
here first, and we're gonna get one of each burger.
One of each burger from the list that you guys will then kind of rank yourselves.
That's very exciting for me.
Yes, so we're getting it from Fat Burger, McDonald's, Wendy's, Five Guys, and what was yours? What's yours on your phone?
It says a Western burger. I don't know.
Yeah, the Carl's Jr. Because Carl's Jr. is ranked number 2.
I was a big. But
In Los Angeles?
This is LA Times. That's what the LA Times is.
Whack.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I would look at what is the infatuation good here? Or you can't really say
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read it often.
Yeah. Well, 'cause
I utilize the tool
but
of
it's in your
infatuation.
face, like, 'cause
Yeah.
if you're on Instagram, like if you're an internet personality too, so you see it. But
Yeah.
I don't know what else do people go off of here.
Yelp.
Yelp, yeah.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth still wins.
Always.
Okay.
The best website for food information is Sporked.
Yes, please go to spork.com for all food recommendations. I've gotten so used to doing plugs. Like, I just like have a very specific voice that I do it in. It's like, this is my ad voice now.
Oh, for the sponsors?
And whenever I do it, I seem to go higher in my inflictions for some reason.
This is the same way I talk to like customer service people whenever I did something wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, hey, how are you?
I am not nice on customer service lines. I am very needy, like as a person. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm
Do you need
always.
more water? Or are you good?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. But I always, whenever I talk to customer service people, I'm very direct and in their face. I'm like, I need this immediately, and if you can't send it to me, you're gonna have to transfer me to someone who can. Like, that's how I talk to customer service operators, because I gotta get my shit done. What's up? Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't mean that. No, we all have our apps now ready, so if we want to all hit it.
I thought we all hit it. Okay.
Did you already hit yours?
Can we get this done with?
It was your idea.
I understand, but I know, but the micromanaging is getting a bit much. Just like Nicole, I'm very needy, and this is I hate order.
Okay, everybody get a text.
Everyone hate order. That's the beauty of editing.
I wonder who's gonna get there first.
Okay, are we finished with this segment?
What a stupid. I like that a lot of people would use this money to just do another podcast or like wouldn't be saved for their future. We're like, what if we raced 5 Uber Eats drivers?
I think it's good. I think it's. I think mine will probably win because I cheated. I did it 5 minutes in advance.
You did.
What?
So we've ordered all of them. They're on the way, and we are going to see if this is true or not. And who thinks they're going to win right now out of you three?
Out of us three and Kyle's phone here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it based on like how nice you are to the Uber people too, like how fast they go?
Definitely gonna win because I gave him $100 tip.
Dude, there was no rule, so Steve rigged it. Give him $100.
You're incredible. Okay, good.
Speaking of overpaying in tips, Nicole, tell the story of when my 26th birthday 4 years ago when I met you.
Was it
Yeah,
really 4 years
ago? It was
ago?
my 26th.
I just turned.
Wow.
I'm about-
2018.
I just turned
2018.
27. He's 30.
Yeah, I just turned 30. I had a big
Young Sprite man. Okay. Well,
We're
4
not
years
old.
ago.
We're
Holy
young.
crap. What was I doing for? Okay. So I used to work at a chocolate store.
Okay.
And one of your very close friends, Donna, hit me up whenever I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I was like finding my way in the food industry. I had no idea what I was doing. I would just get any gig that was offered to me at all. Like if it was food styling, I would just go. If it was research and development, I would work for 2 weeks. If I was private chefing, I would go for a few days and whatever. So Donna's like, hey, my friend, he's Persian. He's having a birthday in LA. He's renting this sick house with his like guy friends and they're going to have a great weekend. Are you cool private chefing for them? And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like, why not? Like, it's such a great opportunity. And maybe I'll meet some cool people. And so I pull up and then I see Chris and all of his friends. I don't remember all of them. I remember Eric specifically. And all of your friends were so nice and so sweet. And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was just like, I'm gonna feed 6 guys over the course of 3 days. And I'm just going to give them whatever they ask for. So I made like a shitty club sandwich. I made broccoli for you like twice. I made also I burned my hands severely when I was making hollandaise.
Oh my
for
gosh,
you guys.
I didn't even
And
know.
you did not notice, which was great because you guys were all asleep upstairs nursing hangovers and stuff. So, and then you had a like really sick Hollywood party. And then I remember there was a big cake that I cut. And that's all I remember from that. But it was a good time. Yeah.
I can't
I
wait
thought-
for you to get served with papers about that hand. That's gonna be so sick. She's like, finally, I found you. I've had this court-ordered bullshit to try and find you for 4 years.
My whole hand has been redone.
Yes.
Surgery, thanks to the hollandaise sauce.
Yeah.
No, I had it was a great weekend. Steve actually came through that weekend to the house, and it was a great 26th birthday party. We did have a large party. There was a movie theater in the house at the time.
I wanted to go, but I wasn't old enough to drink yet.
No.
My goodness. My goodness.
I thought her food was good. I thought she did a great
Thanks.
job. And she was so happy. Like just like now, like every day. It wasn't like a lot of my Persian family members. Every time they see me, they're not happy.
Aw.
But
Can I say something?
Of course.
For Chef, you are delightful to be around.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
I feel like
You want to know why? Because I never worked in kitchens.
Okay.
Maybe for like 5 minutes. Maybe like
Okay.
2 months. I do not agree with the way that a lot of kitchens operate.
It's insane.
It's very machismo.
Yeah.
The energy in there is quite toxic. So I immediately plucked myself out of it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot deal with this shit. And I just decided to go into more of like production and food styling and things like that because it was just a healthier environment. And I felt like I could flourish there more than like, I don't know, shelling fava beans for like hours on end.
Going, yes, chef.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't say that to anybody.
Sometimes I'm like, there's like a couple shows that have like food elements to them, and they'll have like chefs around, and I'm not really around chefs a lot, but I'm like blown away that they all act like they're in the military. With
Yeah,
it.
well, there's a lot of incentive for like
Yeah.
former military people to go into like the culinary industry because it's a brigade system. So they're used to that kind of order and, you know, having someone above them, having someone below them. So
I
it's
didn't
a
know
it's a familiar way to transition into like regular life.
Okay.
But it's not for me.
yeah.
That's why I'm so nice and cheery.
But is everyone at your company at Mythical? Is anyone culinary, like a culinary background, trained, or everyone's self-taught?
Well, we have some people that come from like culinary school,
Okay.
Michelin star restaurants.
Oh, wow.
We have some
Okay.
people that have never cooked before that came in and pretty much learned how to chop an onion appropriately with us. So it's on a spectrum where we have like super like rigid people that we have to unlearn, and then we have people that are like complete novices that we also have to teach.
Okay.
So it's all over the place, but we're all very personality based. Like at Mythical, we're all very. It's not a cooking show as much as like food is important. It's more just homies hanging out together and like making 37 kinds of chicken tenders. You know.
Ooh, my favorite.
Yeah.
So you guys, like, if people say, "Oh, you guys have that cooking show," or "Oh, she's like a
podcaster,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
like a Rachel Ray or something.
Yeah.
You guys consider yourself like this is just a fun hang and we're cooking.
I mean, it's a job. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a career. But at the same time, we just all, aside from that, vibe with each other really well. And the food is kind of like an accent to that.
Oh, that's so awesome.
I think it's much more of hanging out together and having the food as a background, which I think is really special. Yeah, I like my job. Surprisingly, I like my job.
What do you think about shows like The Bear? Like that show on Netflix about like kind of like I feel like it was like kind of romanticizing like
Yeah.
we take food fucking serious.
Yeah, I loved it. I
Yeah.
watched it, and then everyone asked me if I watched. Like, have you
Yeah.
watched The Bear?
Yeah,
I'm
everyone-
like,
yeah.
yes, I have watched The Bear.
Yes.
Well, I love Matty Matheson. I think he's awesome, and
That's
I
the
think
guy from Shameless, right?
no, that's he was. I think he played. What did he play? He played the jack of all trades guy.
Okay.
On that show. But the guy from Shameless did really well. I thought it was interesting, but it's, again, like you said, romanticizing like the restaurant industry. I thought it was a good show, though. But they drink out of deli cups and they smoke cigarettes, so they're real chefs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's real stuff.
Yeah, it's real.
I mean, Kyle and I, we worked in the industry for a long time. And, like, I've worked in kitchens.
Yeah.
I've been partners in venues where I've like seen it all. So a lot of it, some of it, I was like, oh, I get it, and a lot of it, you're trying to dissect it. Then I'm like, okay, this doesn't really happen. Like, not everyone's gonna be called chef. Like, this is
Yeah.
But great acting, and the show moves fast.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to like it, you're just gonna. I just kept watching it. So I'm not gonna knock it. But there was a lot of aspects where I'm like, okay. But it is kind of annoying where everyone's like, did you see it? Did you see it? It's like, okay, yeah. Like, take it easy.
If you have any connection to food, someone's like, did you watch The Bear on FX? I'm like, yes, I have watched The Bear on FX.
I'm so glad I asked.
The menu was pretty good. Did you guys see the movie The Menu?
Yes.
You need to watch it.
Okay.
That was cool.
It was a good food movie. That might be probably the best food movie I've seen in like recent history.
That guy's so weird too.
the
main guy.
Yeah.
The chef in that. Yeah.
Such a great actor.
I think that movie might scare Bader.
He's
Because he's the target of the movie.
yeah, he would be.
Are you a chef fanboy? Do you like geek out over like chefs?
I don't. Sometimes, okay. So I'm a chef. It depends. Like people like you and people like who have been on Chopped or like some of the Bravo celebrity chefs who not even the ones that win. Like I'm like a big fan. Like I would watch Fabio like 10 years ago.
Sure.
And he's great, successful in Chicago, and I've met him. I know his partners, and I was like, I get that guy. So I like the personalities. You know, not so much where they're like, we have to go to Thomas Keller's restaurant and like we have to go to Napa and try this. And I've been to those places, and there's a reason why they have Michelin. There's a reason why they're excellent. But you leave a lot of Michelin star restaurants still hungry.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I leave a lot of restaurants just still hungry because I'm drunk.
It's so funny to hear you. It's so funny to hear you talk about fancy food like this. Whenever we shoveled down a bunch of Papa John's leftovers or whatever.
Hell yeah. That's the beauty of food. You know, you got your nights where you're, eating carne asada fries, and then you have nights where you're eating a balloon that tastes like candy apples. So I think that's the cool thing about food. It's all over the place.
It really
and
is.
you get to pick what you want to eat every single day.
What's your favorite food?
Of all time?
Yeah.
You guys are going to think I'm lying, but I love cheeseburgers.
I love cheeseburgers too. I'm with you on that.
It
That
is
might be
my
mine too.
favorite food.
Yeah.
I love it. It's if I could eat it every day, I would. But
Do you like the big burgers or the smash
I like them
burgers?
all. I like them
Oh,
big,
you don't
small,
pick.
fat, tall. I don't
yeah.
care.
All right.
Bring 'em on.
That's true passion.
Yeah, I love them all. I'm not picky. I do have like a favorite one that doesn't exist anymore, which makes me really sad.
Yeah.
It was a burger at PYT, which is a restaurant that closed down. It was a burger wrapped in caul fat, which is like this membrane of fat that sits over the internal organs of an animal. Delicious, I know. But it has this beautiful lacy, you can stuff it almost like a sausage casing, and then this guy would make a burger and wrap it in it, and it made for the most moist, juicy, flavorful burger. He put this beautiful mustard aioli on top with these just the most stunning, freshly baked brioche and this beautiful cheese. I think it might have been American, I don't even know, but that burger I haven't had in years, and I always think about recreating it, and I can't capture it. I can't.
I think you could.
But I'm like
could do
super,
it.
as you can tell, I'm super passionate.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't think I'm gonna make it to my
How
second.
many years? It's just me.
I could see you getting flushed as you were talking
it's the
about
best
it.
burger I've ever had, and I am dying to try it again.
I don't think I'm gonna make it to my set tonight. I think I'm just gonna keep eating.
Just keep eating.
Yeah, mine's pizza. Like I have
your thing.
a really bad pizza addiction. And I love it. I will eat it constantly. Like that's my go-to. And I struggle with like I'll eat a lot, I'll gain weight, I'll lose weight, I'll gain weight, I lose weight, and like I just know I was like I can't have it. If it's in the room, I have to walk out, or
Wow.
otherwise I'm gonna eat the whole thing, and then I'm gonna wait an hour, and then I'm like, what else should I try? Everything's too accessible. You can get a seafood tower to your house. Like
Do they bring the
this
tower?
Is crazy.
Do they bring the tower?
You can get a seafood tower to your house. No, I can get Wendy's.
No, yes. Okay. Let's not talk about. Let's shit on me. Let's shit on me a little bit more because my mom puts money in my account. Okay, let's just shit on me about it. No, but I'm saying like, if you remember 7 years ago, 8 years ago, when Kyle was 19, and you would call like before real Uber Eats, and you could get pizza or Chinese takeout,
Sure.
like as far as delivery. And now, like in Chicago, and during the pandemic, a lot of these restaurants stayed online on the apps. Like you could get Mastros
Sure.
delivered to your house.
Yeah.
It's
You
wild.
get like RPM,
But like
delivered to your house,
it's
yeah.
wildly like I think it's one of the coolest / like it's also like a battle because it kind of just ruins everything.
Yeah.
Because that was supposed to be
course.
the night in America or with your family, you go out, and
Yeah.
now we're just like, yeah, I'll just get the filet.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put the oven at 300 and just
I don't order anything to go when I'm home.
you cook.
I cook,
Obviously.
or I go out and I get it from the restaurant itself.
Oh, I
don't use
like
apps.
pickup.
Oh, you
too.
don't use
Yeah.
apps.
I refuse to use apps. I call the restaurant themselves and I say, hey, I'm going to come get this. And a lot of the times they say, you have to order through the app. And I'm like, no, I want to order through you guys. So I just try. I don't know. It's just easier for me.
This is brought to you by Uber Eats.
Sorry.
What's your code again?
6969.
No, that's awesome actually, and restaurant owners would love to hear that too because it's the game where they have to, and they take
40%. I think.
20.
It's unfair.
It's like insane.
If you just sell pizza, like your P&Ls, and that's too nerdy, but if you just sell pizzas, you can't make enough money without the alcohol. And a lot of these places, when you have rent, taxes, everything, and you have to give 30% to the apps.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
And what does P&L stand for? Penis.
Profit.
I haven't figured out the rest of it.
Penis and
labia.
And labia. We were talking about labias yesterday, so yeah. Labia is back in the podcast. This is now the Labia podcast.
Hosted by two men.
Hosted by two men. Cut Nicole from this. She has real sponsors.
I am the voice.
I
am the voice you can't see.
We have pro editing. She's just in the back with a Persian accent. She's like, labia.
Vast
cheeseburgers.
deference.
Okay, best favorite like Michelin style meal. Like, what is like your? Is it like an amasaki tasting, or like what's your favorite?
Well, to be honest, I've only ever gone to one fine dining restaurant. It was when I was in culinary school and I was trying to find out my rhythm. So I got an interview at La Atelier by Joel Robuchon in Vegas.
Oh, whoa!
So I was there to kind of interview. But I also was invited for dinner, and I went with my dad because my dad's like, "You're not going to Vegas by yourself. You're 19." So we went together.
Good dad.
Yeah.
Good dad.
And so we went together, and we sat at the bar, and we had a really delicious menu. It was like a tasting menu of I had foie gras for the first time. I had a foie gras mousse for the first time. I had beef cheek with roasted red pepper and this gorgeous emulsion of like shallot and red wine. There was this beautiful salted sablé cookie with coffee and chocolate. It was just a wonderful experience. And then my dad got a Nathan's hot dog afterwards. So it kind of illusion.
Wait, your Persian dad?
Of course.
And he got a Nathan's hot dog. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
of
so
course.
awesome. That's so dad. That's so good.
So the illusion of fine dining was a little bit ruined for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, my dad is like an everyman, you know? He's like you and I, everyone else. And he enjoyed his meal. He enjoyed his experience, but it just didn't do it for him. Because he's like, bro, I'm still hungry.
Yeah, Bubba. I've taken my dad to restaurants
Yeah.
like that, and he just had like, interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just like
Yeah, they don't get it. And you know, it kind of jolted me when I was like, okay, maybe this might not be the best thing, because like if my dad doesn't get it, maybe I don't get it. But I still had my interview, and it was great. I met the chef there. He was wonderful. But then I realized this isn't for me. But I would love to experience more fine dining, and I'm trying to go more now that I'm like, I make some money now. Like I have a partner now. So we try to find those little fine dining experiences here and there. So we're learning how to be adults and do those things.
favorite adult beverage.
I love Negronis.
Negronis. Oh,
I
that's
love
awesome.
but not the Spagliatos.
Okay.
No Negroni Spagliato. Just a classic Negroni is my favorite. I also recently got into espresso martinis because I'm a lady.
Yeah.
Everyone, all
delicious.
girls
I
are
feel like
all
that's
pretty
like-
girls.
Go out, you have to go have espresso martinis.
Yes.
It's the best because it's caffeine and alcohol. So yeah, but those are my
It's the new Red Bull vodka.
There was
espresso martinis.
on the
Yeah.
gross end of that, the PBR was doing a PBR coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, where it tasted.
We hang out at different bars.
good.
We definitely hang out at different bars.
It was sick. It was disgusting, but I did try it.
What are your favorite alcoholic beverages?
I've on a bourbon kick the last 3 years.
Nice.
I love Angel's Envy bourbon. Please sponsor us, Bacardi. We love you. But I love Angel's Envy bourbon, and I like it with an orange twist.
Fabulous.
Yeah, that's like.
Ice? No ice? Drop of water?
I'll do the rocks or the big rock. It doesn't matter really.
Nice.
It's like the thing on Saturdays when I have shows. I'll have one before. It's like it's my like Saturday thing. I love it.
Delicious. And what
Yeah.
about you?
I like tequila and beer. And that's
Nice.
Yeah, and
Together? Do you do shot in a beer when you go out?
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
Oh my
tequila
God.
and like Modelo. So it's like
That's delicious.
Modelo and High Life is really like that's my two beers, and that's
I
it.
love Modelo. I love a good Modelo Negro too. It's freaking delicious.
They're so good.
Shot in a beer or and a beer.
No, not in a beer. And
Okay, so
Shot in a beer.
yeah.
my aunt when I was like in my this is like 5 years ago. I was in my early 20s, and she would put
I was 19.
half shot of tequila in her Corona.
Smart
And then
woman.
she'd have her like my other aunts are all doing it, and I'm thinking I'm in college. I'm like, you guys are gonna get way too messed
Yeah.
up. And I look over 3 hours later. I was telling my sister Layla, I was like, just wait. And my aunt's puking like in the
Oh my
thing,
God.
and I was like, I told you guys, like, trust me, you can't hang like that.
Oh
See,
my
they're
gosh.
putting it in the Corona, and they're like, shaking it. They're like,
Hell
we
yeah.
started doing this like
Yeah.
3 months ago. It's so much easier. They're like, you put it right here. I don't have to wash the shot glass. It's just like right
my
in there.
God.
They're like, come on, Nasreen, do it. And everyone's there. I'm like, holy cow, dude.
Nasreen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, incredible.
So there's something about watching your aunt in her 50s hurling in her own garden that she worked
Jesus.
on in the
Oh
morning.
my
I'm like, oh my
gosh.
god.
I really like margaritas too.
I love margaritas.
I love margaritas, and there was
Spicy.
there was a summer where I was really into like making margaritas, and I was at my parents' house. My mom's so funny; she doesn't drink that much, but she has no governor on it. Whenever she does, like she's like, if she's gonna do it, she'll be like, I don't really feel like it, and then other times she's like, wow, like I'm just like
Party.
she was
mom
she
sounds
was
like
throwing
fun.
up in the yard. I was like holding my mom's hair, and I was like, I love you,
You're
Mom.
such
this
a good
this
son.
rules.
You're a good son.
Well,
a
she
good-
deserves it.
Yeah, you're a good man.
So when your mom and dad when you were growing up, would they cook at home? Would you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
would you guys
yeah.
sit down and have dinner?
Yeah, yeah. Of
Like
course.
what was your meal? Because I remember my like meals growing up. What were like your meals? Like the 4 or 5 things your mom would switch back to.
We ate a lot of mashed potatoes because that's like my favorite side dish. I weirdly remember a lot of country fried steak.
That's
which is-
fantastic.
It's okay. Yeah, it was good. I liked it, but I don't think as an adult, I don't think I would be like, this is worth all the calories.
yeah.
A lot of cheeseburgers. My mom loves cheeseburgers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lasagna. Really good lasagna.
That's cute.
Those are like the main ones. We didn't eat a lot of vegetables is the thing, and we're getting better at it now. So
Good.
now we incorporate a lot more vegetables
Good.
into it.
Good for
A lot
you.
of grilling,
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
We were like we're Persian, but we were like Midwest Persian. So there wasn't like, and I'm interested to hear your upbringing too. Like we
Yeah.
didn't have this huge community like in Los Angeles or California. So there it was niche, but there's about 100 like total families an hour to an hour and a half away, and everybody was friends.
That's wonderful.
And I would leave the house always smelling like food. And it was bad because all the white kids, because I didn't go to a school with like lots of Persian kids. It was me and 4 Indian kids, and like everyone else was white.
They
And-
made you all sit at the same table.
yeah, yeah. And the 2 African American kids, it was all of us just at one table. It was just segregation at its finest in the 90s.
Yeah.
But not the 90s. I mean, the middle 2000s.
Yes.
And
You mean late
yeah.
2010s?
I was born in
him?
I was born in
Oh.
97.
Does anyone watching, do you believe this guy? Okay, continue. Sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
but I remember getting in my friends' cars. Like they pick you up, you're 16, and they're like, "Come on, man."
Yeah.
They're like, "You smell like onions," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, because when my dad and my dad was the one who would cook more than my mom. When he would make a burger, he's like, you have to put 2 organic onions for every pound. I'm like, Bubba,
That's
what's
way
that?
too
So he'd put it in the blender. And so then he would bring all these people over and he'd make them a
so much
cheeseburger, but it's basically a kebab. And
Yeah.
he'd make them a
He
cheeseburger.
made Persian burgers. Yeah,
and
yeah.
he'd make them a cheeseburger, and like the neighbors are like, this is good. What is it? He's like, and he told one neighbor one time onion, and they're like, ugh. He's like, these people don't understand. Don't tell them onion. He's like,
Yeah.
just tell them we
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, this is so good. And he would never say, he stopped telling them there was onion in it.
My mom did the same thing with cooking because people would be like, I don't like onions. She goes, well, I just don't tell 'em."
Onions are the best.
Onions are the best.
You have to have it in every dish, right?
Onions. Well, Persians eat onions with frickin' tiramisu.
Yeah.
They love onions.
You guys eat it like apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight up, whenever you have like there's a Persian stew called ghormeh sabzi, you have to have a side of onions, or else what are you doing?
A side.
A side of
raw
raw
onions.
onions.
It's
Oh,
just
I
like
can't do raw onions. It gives
Oh
me
my
heartburn.
gosh. Well, you can take a Pepsid, baby, because
Yeah.
that's
it's worth
the way
it.
to do it.
Get your passcode again.
sure.
Just tell them your password. Just tell them your
It's
password.
gotta be as inconvenient as possible, otherwise we don't get paid.
Yeah.
What are you doing to these poor boys?
We brought him to a very small house and in a very big, it's -1 degrees in Chicago.
Is everyone here from Chicago?
Yeah, so
Not originally, but currently,
Right.
yeah.
Nice, nice.
Kyle is from a town in Illinois. What's it called?
Newton, Illinois.
Newton, Illinois.
It's like 200 miles south of Chicago.
It was like an all-white KKK town.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
really?
Perfect.
Yeah, he's changed though. He's changed.
Wouldn't change a thing.
Oh, I'm sad. Oh,
It's not a KKK town. We just don't have anybody else but whites.
Oh, this is why.
I want to keep it that way.
This is why we're shadow banned.
People read the signs I put up. nice.
Do you put onions in cheeseburgers?
I put onions in a lot of food. I think
You do?
I do.
But the right amount.
The right amount.
Not like
yeah.
my dad.
My husband has recently told me, because I upped my onion ratio for cooking. He's like, "You've been putting more onions in this, haven't you?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "It's so much. Your food is just. It's always been delicious, but it's better now. There's more onions in it." And I'm like, "Thank you." But yeah, like I've put a lot more onions into my food recently because it was asked of me. I'm a nice girl, and I take direction well.
But is it a Persian thing, or now chefs all around are being more forward with onions because they realize how good it is?
A little bit of both. I think it's
Okay.
a little bit. I think the Persian mom is coming out of me. It's gonna rear its ugly head eventually. So why not just give in fully? But also, I think people are learning how delicious onions, garlic, other alliums are. Just being more adventurous with spices and different flavor profiles. People are getting, more keen to that, which I'm very excited about because people aren't scared of food as much anymore.
Yeah,
It's exciting.
It's funny because when I was probably 3 years ago when I was in college, I didn't
This
know
bit's
to
gonna
put
go forever.
I didn't know to put anything other than like salt and pepper and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start cooking with like onions and garlic and shit, and you're like, oh, this is actually not that
A whole
bad.
new
It's kinda
world.
good.
Yeah, it's incredible when you learn how to master like one or two dishes.
Yeah.
It's so like soul affirming. It's like I can do other things now.
Yeah.
That's why I always teach people like you got to cook with confidence or just don't do it.
Yeah.
So it's always about like just having confidence in the way you can do things, and once you master it, it's like you can learn like quantum physics after. You can do anything you set your mind to.
What are your like favorite dishes to make for people?
I'm really on a big curry kick, so I
Okay.
make a lot of Thai curries, a lot of Indian curries at home. I have like a shit ton of spices. My spice cabinet is
A whole cabinet?
huge. It's actually like it's like multi-leveled,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's full of stuff. My pantry is full. My fridge is full of different pastes, like curry pastes and like ginger pastes and garlic pastes. So I have a lot of stuff to cook with. But right now I'm currently like doing a lot of curries and stuff. I just made a really delicious butternut squash chickpea curry with spinach. It was gorgeous.
Do you have a saffron plug?
Not yet, but I do have a truffle plug. I love my truffle plug. It's this guy's name is Giovanni, and he's from Umbria. And every time I get my truffles delivered, he comes in this Vespa, and he wears a leather jacket.
Come on.
And he has a cool ass helmet. And then he just flips his like, what is this called?
The visor.
Thank you. He flips the visor, and he's like, Nicole, and I'm like, Gio. And then from under his leather jacket, he like pulls out a box. With no writing, no nothing on it. Then he goes, "Here you go."
That's
And
awesome.
I'm like,
That's like a scene from Narcos.
and I'm like,
yeah.
okay. And then I just get an invoice like 2 days later. But it's so sexy. It's so like just the ritual is.
You gotta start
sexy.
paying them in cash.
I
It
do.
feels more
I
dangerous.
guess I do.
You
Those
just
will be-
name dropped, and there's gonna be a horse head in your bed.
Oh
pretty soon.
no,
Yeah, that's
Gio!
the
But
tru-
he's
the
sweetest.
truffle man.
Yeah.
He's the sweetest truffle dealer. I would love a saffron plug. Do you know anybody?
No, 'cause saffron is like it's so expensive. It's like it might as well be like a high-end drug or something.
It is. It's the most expensive spice ever.
It,
All
it, oh,
time.
it's known to be the
It
most
is the
expensive.
#1 most expensive spice in the world.
So why don't these restaurants do like the saffron $200 burger or something?
They should.
Right?
They should. You should do it at your restaurant.
What do you think of that stuff where it's like gold?
Stupid!
Sunset?
It's
stupid, right?
stupid.
Right?
It doesn't taste like anything. It's
Okay,
just for
that
visuals.
can't taste good.
It
It's just
doesn't.
for
It
looks.
doesn't
It's
taste
for
good.
Instagram, right?
It doesn't taste. Actually, there's a little bit of folklore behind it. So a lot of the times, gold and silver, when you ingest it, it's supposed to give you a lot of strength.
Mm-hmm.
So like whenever my sister was trying to have a baby, my mom made something called halva, which is a dessert. It's like a flour oil dessert
Mm-hmm.
that kind of turns into a pudding, and she put a shit ton of edible gold in it for like strength for her uterus. And she got pregnant like 2 weeks later. It was really cool.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. I need that for my uterus.
I hate it whenever like things like that work.
So
'cause then you could never
anytime you're eating gold leaf, think about the virility. And oh my gosh, burgers! Sorry,
Yes.
I have an automatic response.
We have the burgers. Okay, so the first few. Who won? Whose was first?
McDonald's won.
Yay!
And Fatburger pulled into the house next door and got yelled at by the owner. It was pretty awesome.
For sure, it was an angry Persian guy.
So
That
the
was
little-
me. I did that first. Really? Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know how to read. What's this? McDonald's?
Yeah, so the sesame seeds is the quarter pounder with cheese,
Okay.
which was ranked number 4 by the LA Times as the
Okay.
best burger.
Okay.
And then the other one is the fat burger, which is ranked number 1 by the LA Times, the best
Mm-hmm.
burger in the city.
Okay.
And
Fast
which
food burger.
Which one am I having? I'm sorry.
You just whatever one you guys want to try, and then talk about it.
Okay.
It's definitely McDonald's.
Yeah, the one with the sesame seeds is McDonald's.
McDonald's will always taste like McDonald's. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
in Tel Aviv or you're in Podunk,
Mexico.
Mississippi.
I've
Doesn't
had
matter.
in Cancun. It's like the same.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. Fat burger, eh?
Can I get a water?
Which one is this?
Fat
Fat
burger.
burger.
That's
Okay.
ranked number 1 by LA Times, the best
Okay.
burger.
Fast food burger.
Fast food burger.
Kind of plain to me.
The fat burger?
Yeah. What do you think?
The McDonald's tastes like McDonald's, but the fat burger tastes like a burger. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
McDonald's
just like
tastes
this-
the way Subway smells.
You are correct.
That is what she just did. Is what you did all through your teenage years. Going down, going. You are correct.
I'll get good at yoga, I promise.
Can we get a napkin? Or I think we have paper towels too. Unless you want me to just use my shirt.
You're not gonna eat that?
You can eat it. I mean,
The
we're gonna
boys
eat
will
a
eat
lot
it.
more.
Thanks for your.
Are all your producers so passive aggressive?
Yeah, it's getting. It's been a long week for them.
I'm a producer too, as well as being on-screen talent.
Oh.
I'm a senior culinary producer. So
at your company.
yes, so I also produce, so I understand a lot of what your producers are saying and doing behind the camera. Which one? Fat burger?
That burger is better to you.
Fat burger is better.
I agree. To me, Fat Burger tasted better.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, McDonald's will always just taste like McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even put McDonald's in the realm of the other places because it's just McDonald's.
I
to me.
love McDonald's. I will not stand for this, Chris. I am a McDonald's stan. The chicken nuggets are a culinary feat with which, thank you for clapping, which no other fast food company has been able to duplicate. They try. Have you had a Wendy's nugget? Tua. I hate those things.
What?
Patooey. So I love McDonald's, and I think they do a good job. I think the Big Mac is one of the best burgers, fast food burgers that you can get.
I don't want to brag, but on a previous podcast, I ate 50 chicken nuggets from McDonald's in 36 minutes.
That's really hot.
Yeah.
But I'm married. I'm sorry.
It was hot for me, and I'm not married.
Yeah. That still works
I
for
watched
some
him do
people.
it. It was yes, McDonald's chicken nuggets all time. I
Yeah,
don't think
they're
there's
so
a
good.
tender or a nugget that beats the taste of the McDonald's chicken nugget.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the burger, I'll eat McDonald's. I mean, if I'm drunk, I'll eat anything. But their McChicken I like a lot too. So the McChicken, it's more the chicken there for me.
Their chicken is good. Yeah.
Yeah, the McChicken. Do they still do? Well, there's no more dollar menu now. McChickens are $8, but
Yeah.
they're the McChickens.
Thanks, Biden.
Yeah, thanks, Biden.
Thanks a lot, Hunter Biden.
Hunter
If you
Biden
just
ruined-
gave over your laptop, we could lower the price of the chicken.
He's in
Oh.
He's in the year of Big
This is now switched over to a political podcast.
It always ends up switching
I
over.
think it's wildly misunderstanding what's happening.
The McChicken is the great, but Wendy's spicy chicken, I like it. No, I think we have an anti-Wendy's.
Yeah. Can I ask you, do you
What's
have
up?
beef with Wendy's?
No, I think the Baconator is absolutely
Yeah,
delicious.
that's what I get every time.
I think that's what they're known for. That's what they're good at. I don't like their chicken sandwich at all. I just think they're good at meat and bacon, and they should just keep trucking on with meat and bacon.
I'm with
What
you
about the
on that.
breakfast? When Wendy's did the breakfast, I got appalled.
I
was like,
never
how
had-
dare you
They gotta
guys?
do something about fries before they move.
I
to
never
breakfast.
had their fries are okay.
Their
They're
fries
okay.
are okay.
They're okay. I don't like their breakfast. I think my favorite breakfast is McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's
McDonald's
good.
does have the best.
I
dude.
love McGriddles. I want to
McGriddles
slather them on my body. They're the best breakfast. I love them.
Do they still do the bagel with steak or whatever?
They used to.
they do.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, they still do it.
We got one at the airport.
I
Wow.
would do it
Well
almost
done,
every
gentlemen.
Sunday hungover.
Well
5 years
done.
ago.
Of course you fucking did. Every time you guys are alone, you're like, if you
Making
have
love
5
to
seconds-
McDonald's together.
No, it's just like they're
That's
like
cute.
they're like a 13-year-old with the keys to the house. Like they're just like,
With
fucking
Dad's
Dad
credit
said,
card.
yeah, Dad said we could use his credit card for
We've had
emergencies.
McDonald's 4 times this trip.
Wow. How many days have you been here?
4.
6.
God, that's
Six
too
bag.
much. I must say, darling, that's too much
It's
McDonald's.
just the fastest thing to get when we have to go do his bidding.
Oh my goodness. Get these
How
guys
did
a
I- how
veggie
did-
tray.
How did I turn into a dictator all of a sudden?
I don't know. I think it's just intrinsically within you. I don't know.
You're the only dictator that's been walked over this much.
I like to think I'm a good dictator, you know.
What burger is this, Austin?
This is the Carl's Jr. double, or I think just the Western burger.
Now,
Thank you.
Something to
Awesome.
One
remember.
plate's up here. It's okay.
Okay.
I can grab
Something
it.
to remember about Carl's Jr. They're also Hardee's.
Thank you, darling.
No problem. This is ranked number 2 in LA.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Carl's Jr. Is there barbecue sauce on this?
Oh, yeah, Western bacon burger. I think is what it's called.
I was
Onion
I was a Frisco melt boy whenever I was a kid,
Ooh, okay.
and a Monster burger.
Thanks,
Those were the good ones there. So this will be new.
Not doing it for me.
Nope. This is number 3.
This is, yeah, not doing it for me. Even
Not
the
a lot
meat,
of
I don't like.
burger.
I don't like the meat on there.
burger either.
Is it meat?
It doesn't look like it.
Is it? What's the opposite of Beyond Meat? Like if it's like just fake meat.
Under meat.
Right underneath
Horse meat?
Yeah.
Under meat.
Under meat.
That is not good.
Yeah, that is.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Oh
I'll
my
eat
gosh.
it, but
I'm
I don't
actually-
like it.
I'm actually
Did you finish
offended.
it?
Kyle will eat anything. That's
Okay.
why I love him. I'm offended.
So what's the ranking so far?
Fat burger number 1.
Okay.
McDonald's is. I mean, I put a McDonald's fat burger is like a split for me, but I'm just putting McDonald's out of the category.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah.
I know you're the
'Cause they-
co-host of the show, but no, I don't agree.
No, say it. I just think McDonald's is they have this unfair advantage because they're McDonald's, and they're
Okay.
years in the game. That's all. Like they should be number 1.
So
Like
So Meryl Streep shouldn't be nominated for any more Oscars because she's been doing it for so long and she's won so many. Is that what you're trying to say?
Meryl Streep should be expected that she's going to win. LeBron James, it's expected he's going to win. I like the underdogs.
This is the tax the 1% of fast food.
Yeah.
This is what this is Hunter Biden's fault. This
Yeah.
entire
Fuck you,
thing.
Hunter.
Fuck Hunter.
Way to go.
He's probably likes that Western burger. Whatever
Yeah.
that
Listen,
is.
I think
Sicko.
I'm gonna say something that's fucked up, but I think I like that Western burger more than the McDonald's one.
I think the door, if you just go that way, you just go that way. You can just
Yeah.
leave. You can just leave.
The gate opens. Actually, the gate opens.
Yeah, we
There's a
have the
clicker.
code.
I have the
There's a
clicker.
I'll
clicker,
text
yeah.
you the code.
I think I liked it more. I don't know.
Don't let the gate hit you on the way out. I want to one day live in a house
So
like this
slow.
and just say, "Don't let the gate hit you on the way out.
Don't let the bridge over the moat hit you on the way.
Watch out for my gardeners."
We'll get there with this podcast
No
eventually.
wonder they think I'm
Yeah.
a dictator.
It tastes like a Burger King burger.
What
That
the?
same feeling.
No, that Whopper, that grill taste, I love it.
Oh.
I actually just did this on my own podcast. We did Big Mac versus Whopper, and
Uh-oh.
I'm Team Big Mac. My co-host was Team Whopper, but we came to a consensus that the Big Mac is a better burger experience all around. The meat on the Whopper is 100% better. I'll give you that.
Whoa.
Okay.
yes.
But the Big Mac is a better burger all around.
Do you think it has too much bread?
Yes, I talked. Did you? If you listened to the pod, I definitely talked
How
about.
dare you, dude?
Do your
some
research.
I was about to bring it up. Nicole had a very
I did.
controversial opinion.
I talked about this, I think last week. And yeah, you need to remove the bread to have a good experience. But it's a better burger regardless of that extra bread.
Oh, I do always. I'm with you. I feel like it's too much bread.
Yeah.
Too much bread.
I'm very. You're also your fondness because where you walk into somewhere and you smell something and it takes you back to that time in your childhood or whatever.
Sure.
When the Whopper was $1 for so long that my sister and I, because my parents wouldn't let us really have fast food.
Sure,
but we had
mine
to kind
neither.
of beg. It was like
Yeah.
a treat.
Yeah, please.
Please. And the Whopper with cheese was this thing that it was just good memories being in the back of the car with my sister.
You're like
and,
building your own burger over there.
What
I'm
is
just
this?
taking little bites.
Yeah.
What is this, guys?
This is the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger from your favorite Wendy's.
Okay, let's do it.
That was the biggest bite I've seen.
I just love it.
I know why you like it.
Tell me.
The veggies are good.
Yes.
The veggies are very good.
See? Because you could taste the lettuce.
You can taste the lettuce and
And when
tomato.
you're Persian,
I'm scared to get
I'm telling
lettuce
you.
or tomatoes on fast food burgers sometimes.
well,
but
it makes
this
sense
is good.
because you'd have you have country fried steak in your knees, and so you liking the Western burger makes the most sense. me liking something with more produce taste makes the most sense. I don't know if your palate can change from what you've been fed your whole childhood. Like I gave Austin quinoa for the first time, and I thought
How was
it
it?
You know,
It was really good. It would have been better if you would not sit on the end of the table just staring at me while I watched.
Did you like
while I
it?
ate.
Did you like it?
Yeah, but it was good.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like rice, but ball.
Rice
Texture.
but ball. Nice.
Yeah, rice but ball.
Will you be eating quinoa from now on?
Whenever he forces me to eat.
Okay,
yes.
good. Good producer. Good job. You're teaching him well.
you know what I got him this morning?
What?
And they all kind of just looked at me. I was like, so this is like an LA thing, Erewhon.
Oh, sure.
And I said I ordered smoothies and like breakfast sandwiches.
You're so nice to everybody.
Aren't I, guys? Can you tell her the truth?
He buys us stuff.
And that's how Persian men show love. Okay, we're all on the same page here.
It truly is.
Hey, we
Yeah.
want to talk to you about something. Here's $100. Get away from me, dude. I don't have time for this shit.
Yep.
He also like anytime I try to like express gratitude towards him, he's like, "Oh come on,
Yeah. No, that's how it is. That's how it is.
He hates it when I tell him that I like watching his stand-up.
yeah."
Yeah.
He took me aside privately. He was like, I fucking hate when Nick tells me.
Aw.
To me.
I'm sorry. You have so many complexes.
We should change the name of this podcast to Food Therapy.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Not a good idea. Food
Not a
therapy.
bad idea.
Yes, this week is giving you therapy.
Would you guys like to hire us as a food therapy for our podcast where we just talk about food therapy?
Would I like to hire you guys?
Yeah.
For food therapy.
No.
Our
Fuck no.
you could have just said no.
No. Thanks. No.
Well, speaking of food therapy, Vader had some fun on the food app just a couple days ago. If you want to tell that story.
Well, Nicole, there's
up?
this thing that I have, this problem where
Alcoholism.
5 days I won't drink and then I'll have a great night. I'll have a lot of drinks and in my drunken stupor, I go on the apps. So it's interesting you say I don't use the food apps, but I abuse the apps.
Wow,
And
okay.
I will order food for maybe 15 people when it's just me.
Wow.
And it gets in the hundreds. And I'll wake up and, 1/8 of the food is eaten, but there's like 8 chicken burritos left.
Okay.
And then I tell the guys about it, like on Wednesday night here in LA.
Also, not like 8 chicken burritos left. There were 8.
We're 8 chicken burritos. Okay, sure.
I ordered from Tucu Madre or something.
Tacos tu madre?
Yeah, Tacos Tu Madre, and I ordered $200 of tacos. I ordered $200 of tacos.
Okay.
And I ate like some of the quesadillas and a bunch of stuff was left over. And so the guys make fun about it. One time in Chicago, I had a $200 Wendy's order.
Okay.
And ate most of it through the next 2 days.
Through the next 2 days, I was hungover on my couch watching football and eating all of it.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you get to do that every once in a while, as long as it's just not all the time, I think that's okay. Once every 3 months you can do that. If you do that more, don't do it anymore. How often do you do it? You do it once a week? Shut the fuck up. You don't do it
No, it's not once a week.
Okay.
It's not once a week. It's about
Every 8 days.
It's about twice a month.
That's bad.
What was the?
Don't do that anymore.
What was the time that we went out to eat and both lied to each other about ordering pizza later? we went to some huge meal and ate all this food. And then
We were drinking.
We were
Sure.
both like, "Oh, I'm so stuffed. I could never eat anymore." and then, I was like, "Did you eat dinner even?" And I was like, "Oh no, not at all." But in reality, I ordered like a full pepperoni pizza.
I ordered my favorite pizza place, and 3 days later we're talking. I was like, "Dude, I gotta tell you something." He's Baubak, what'd you do? I was like, "I ordered a large pizza from here." He's like, "Dude, I ordered pizza too." He's like,
I just think your first of all, your relationship's so sweet that you can't lie to each other. I think that's the sweetest thing ever, that you guys just can't harbor lies between each other. I have held so many lies in with so many of my friends. So I think you guys have a super healthy relationship, but necessarily what you're intaking isn't the healthiest.
Yeah.
So, like I said, do it only once. Just do it once and make it count.
okay.
Do it once and make it count.
Food therapy is the podcast right now.
a $600 order.
Yeah, just do one one $600 order, and then you can donate it. You can donate your food to someone in need. You can just go driving down the street and just throw it out the window. Give back to the community. Yeah, don't harp it all for yourself. Share.
It's such a Denzel Washington American gangster where he's just throwing out.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been food therapy. Let's. We have more of the cheesy burgers coming.
Got 4 of the burgers.
Got it.
5 Guys is still 15 minutes away.
Oh, beans.
They took a whole hour. So they're 5th.
Automatically last.
Five Guys lost.
Fine.
Five Guys lost, and we're gonna invite the guy inside, ask him to sit in the pool and eat the burger.
Say, this is what you get.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I will say the guy outside with Carl's Jr. He's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, that's okay. You got 3rd place.
No, I'm serious. When the delivery driver comes, let's double tip him and let's ask him if he wants to sit down and just eat the burger by the pool.
Wait, we gotta film him?
Wait, was there no In-N-Out in this ranking?
They don't do.
Oh, fair.
Which is
Wait, that's how much she doesn't even use the app. So she's
Yeah.
telling us the
It's
truth.
just in, no out.
No, but
That sucks.
The guy outside,
Sucks.
I was like, you got 3rd place. He's like, what does that mean? I was like, we're doing a podcast. We're getting a bunch of cheeseburgers. He's like, can I watch? And I went, no.
So, yeah.
Good job.
Just give him, hey,
Good
just give her a
producing.
sticker. Give her a sticker and say,
Good
you can watch this when
producing.
it's up in a week.
First of all, the bag had a big label that said Baubak. And he looked at me and looked at the bag.
He's like, Baba?
Yeah, but because they're not used to like there's so many Persians, or
Yeah.
like they know the name Baubak here. Like the Irwan guy, he started talking to me in Farsi.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, hey, thank you, like thanks for everything.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Aw.
I hope you're having a good day. I was like, you too. And
So cute.
But you're so used to it here. For me, it's like such a treat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't speak like Farsi with like your family that much?
My cousins.
Okay, nice.
My cousins, who are around my age, we talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My mom and dad, I answer back to them in English.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
But my grandma, when she was around, she only spoke Farsi.
Nice.
So that's kind of where I learned Farsi. But my Farsi has such a heavy accent
Yeah.
that I'm almost like embarrassed even.
Will you do one little sentence? Say, may I have 400 chicken nuggets?
I don't even know how to say 400.
Charsat.
Charsat.
No, that's 40. I don't know. How's your Farsi?
For a guy who just learned what it was today, not too bad.
I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you
let's
something
teach
in Farsi.
Okay.
Okay. Say bia
Bia
inja.
inja.
Bia inja.
Bia inja.
What does that mean?
Come here.
Bia inja.
Bia inja.
Okay. Boro
Poro
unja.
unja.
Say it again.
Pora unja.
Boro unja.
Boro unja?
Yeah. What does that mean, Chris?
Go there.
So come here.
Yeah.
How do you say come here?
I don't know. I already.
Oh fuck! Every time I do this with my
No,
white friends, they're so good at it.
I'm bad at
Bia inja,
I'm
boro
bad
unja.
at it. I remember I
Bia
took
inja
a,
boro unja.
Yeah, I just don't have a very good memory.
That's okay.
I'm gonna blame drugs.
If you want to close out, made a custom burger for you guys.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
let's do
The
it.
chef we have in there. came
Oh
up
wow.
So nice. What a gentleman.
with- Here, I don't know what's wrong with this.
It's okay.
This honestly might win. This looks like the best one. Wait. Yeah, this might win. This looks delicious.
Thanks. Yeah, why don't we just get some more?
Thank
Thank you guys. Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry for all the
No, it's okay. I don't mind.
Let's switch them out.
yeah.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
There's avocados. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in. Bye.
Okay.
Here, when you're done, put it on this plate.
We've got our new champion.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
This is really good.
I love avocado on burgers.
What's the most overrated thing on burgers?
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Bienja.
That was really good, you guys. That was beautiful. Wow.
Wow. Let's give him a Chef David.
David, that was
Wow.
delicious. Thank you. I loved it. Avocado on a burger? Perfect. You don't need like mayo when you have avocado on a burger. It
This
just-
is okay. Took me to another place.
He's hard.
We're going to start the bidding at $573.
You would pay for it.
I believe it. It's delicious.
I haven't had
Thank
any
you.
bourbon yet, so I wouldn't yet. All my wits are here. No, well, David's the winner to me.
Of course.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah.
100%.
Of the LA Times list, though, and what we had I'm voting for Fat Burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's number one.
Me
for
too.
Wow.
Wait, you're not going back to the Western?
No, that's like a 2 or a 3.
My 2 is Wendy's.
Also, that was a good Wendy's burger.
That was probably one of the better Wendy's burgers
Yeah.
I've had in my life.
So that's gonna
See,
go 2
Wendy's
for
gonna
me.
sponsor
But
us.
it's
Wendy's
not.
gonna
But
be
it's
2.
number 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a nag! What a nag! Like, just goes right back
Yeah.
down.
Dave
Pretty good
Thomas
at
is
it.
rolling in his grave right now.
Whatever.
Give your 1 through 4 each person.
Okay. My 1 is Fat Burger. My 2 is Wendy's. My 3 is McDonald's. My 4 is the Western Burger. And the 5 would be who wasn't able to arrive.
Yeah, Five Guys.
Five Guys. Five Guys and Fat Burger are very similar from my taste buds, by the way. But yeah, you go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry.
What was the restaurant? Fathead?
Fat Burger.
Fat Burger. Fat Burger 1. Wendy's 2. Carl's Jr. 3. McDonald's number 4.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went with number 1 is Fat Burger as well. Number 2 is McDonald's. Number 3 was the Western Bacon Cheeseburger. And then number 4 was Wendy's. Sorry. Should I leave now?
No.
No.
It's one of the best Wendy's.
Boro Unja. No.
This was it was a really good Wendy's burger, but Wendy's burgers are not the best. So it's number 4.
Well, I
Hafe.
want to. Hafe. Yeah. See? That's what I taught him. So, Hafe in Farsi means that's a shame. And your whole childhood, you
was
hear
never
your
expecting
mom
that.
holding her hands together and just going Hafe with all of your decisions. Just like Hafe. So, as I got older, I taught my friends, like, there's one thing you need to learn is just Hafe. And I'll text him 10 years ago, I'm like, I bombed. And he'll write back, Hafe.
Really funny. That is really funny. That's incredible.
I wanna cook for you guys.
Yeah.
I have a dish that I make. Like, it's what we were talking with Nicole earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There's the 1 or 2 dishes. You know, I've lived alone for all 30 years of my life. No,
Oh,
just my
sorry.
adult years.
29 and a half.
Yeah, I just moved out of my mom's house. But so I just got my own place. I got my Foreman grill.
Yeah.
So I
And a
want
gate.
in a gate. You know, and I get through the gate and there's a security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I want to cook some stuff for you guys. And I know Nicole, she texted me. I said, "What's your favorite thing to make?" And as far as burgers, and she gave us some ingredients. So Steve and his brother were nice enough to go help out, get
Thank
some
you.
ingredients.
Thanks so much.
And Kyle saved us because our grill wasn't working in this tiny house, and Kyle called his father.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, Mr. Scanlon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
Rules.
Dad.
And we're Bubba. See?
That's what Bader makes me call him.
Wow.
Okay.
Toxic. You're a monster, man.
Well,
Sorry. Yeah.
How would you treat your white servant?
Go upstairs and run the bath. Go upstairs and run. Borunja. Closing remarks, Kyle. What has this been?
This has been so fun.
This has been awesome.
Oh, it's been the Baubak podcast.
This has been the Baubak podcast. Food Therapy, the Baubak podcast with Nicole, Mythical Kitchen. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, look at us, help us, YouTube. Borunja. Hafe. Nicole,
Yes?
any closing remarks you have?
And get your little plugs in.
Get your plugs in. Tell us
Should
all
I
about
talk
you.
to them or should I talk
Talk to them.
Okay.
Talk to them.
guy.
I had such a pleasure being on this podcast. Thank you for having me. So nice to see you in a new light. We're different people, but we still have the same camaraderie, which is very, very nice to experience. So thank you for having me. You can find me at nhendizada on Twitter, Nicole Hendizada on Instagram, and you can buy my book, Bake Up, on Amazon.com.
Yay!
I hope they don't cut it until you make that look on your face.
I want the whole pod just her superimposed like this.
You like powered down as soon as you stop doing
I
that.
do.
That was awesome.
Dissociation keeps you mentally aware. Thank you.
How are you with knives?
Are those fun mushrooms?
Babe, how are you with knives?
So while the onions are not sizzling, but you're gonna add it in post, we're gonna start doing other things. Oh man.
Hey, Nicole.
What?
I gotta show you something.
This is somebody's house. Do you have no respect?
I don't have any respect. What I do have is a damage deposit that I hope I get back.
This is on video. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Hey,
Yes, chef.
can I have ketchup?
How much longer do you have?
I need ketchup.
Okay. If she needs ketchup now, guys, that means she's finishing.
Working hard, working hard. Oh man.
This wasn't supposed to be like this. Oh my god, give me a drink!